this gorgeous sky behind me. Oh my goodness. Today is Wednesday, October 19th, 2022. It is currently 53 degrees here in New Jersey, and last night we experienced our first hard frost. So I'm about to take a walk to the backyard garden and see what survived and what might be looking a little thawed out and not, feeling too good about itself. But I did come out last night and get prepared for a few things, just to make sure, like my lettuce and other things that I wanted to make sure didn't get hit too hard by the frost. So this is the reality that autumn is upon us. Winter feels like it's going to bear down this year. I've been saying, according to the flight patterns of the birds and our migratory geese, that it seems to me that I think we're going to have some kind of a crazy weather event this year. It hasn't really snowed here too badly in this part of New Jersey in a few seasons. So, I can't complain. We did have a bit of a reprieve from really awful weather. So I don't really mind the snow because I have plenty of cute outfits to put on. I have a lot of really cute boots and cute coats, and I'm looking forward to just bundling up in the things that I haven't had a chance to wear very often. But the truth of the matter is, when I catch myself saying that I want an opportunity to wear my winter clothes, that I know I'm not going to have a garden out here waiting for me in those days. So let's take a walk through the garden and see what survived. So here I am. I have in the back where I planted all of my radishes, and I noticed the other day that I actually have the some shoulders showing. Oh, now I can't find it. There it is. There we go. Hang on. There we go. Down there, you see the little purple popping up? That is a rutabaga shoulder coming up. So I know they're developing. These are the turnips on this side, and their greens held up well. So I think they are doing what they're supposed to do. I've harvested most of my radishes, which have been just incredible. And there's a few more to take out. I'm gonna try to let them wait for a few more days, but I have 2 big bags in the refrigerator already. These beautiful leafy greens are from my 2 varieties of daikon root, which I'm really looking forward to. And something new that I grew this year, here's a shoulder of this popping out here, is a Sichuan red radish. That radish grows similar to the daikon, where it's a very long taproot, and it's got a very dark red skin, and the meat of it is a little red and pink inside. But I will tell you, that is like wasabi. We didn't know, well, I didn't know. There's a really beautiful one popping out over there. I didn't know it was going to be so spicy. So when I harvested it, I did what I usually do, which is clean it, peel it, and put it in our salad, and oh my goodness. So yeah, lesson learned. Sichuan red, I think, or they may even be called Sichuan pink radishes. They are, I don't even know what I'm going to do. I have so many growing, but I like the flavor of it. It tastes a little bit like a horseradish or a wasabi to me. But John got his first taste of it last night in his salad. And he kept saying, "My salad tastes like chemicals. What is it? What is this? It's burning my mouth." And he's, I was like, I don't know. I didn't put anything different into the salad. It's always just the same vegetables that I peel up and slice and put in. And he was pretty persistent that he had something strange. And then I remembered, oh, I added 1 of these Sichuan radishes, and I ended up today having to go through my 3-gallon bucket of salad and pulling out all of the little tiny sliced radishes
because they were just too wasabi to be delicious. And what it really did was it just overpowered our beautiful fresh salad, where we like to experience the taste of the avocado and the mango and the spinach and cucumbers and all of that. So no more Sichuan radish in the salad. So other than that, everything else is looking like it's growing. So let's finish walking.
This is the row of radishes that I planted, I want to say almost 2 weeks ago. So they're doing good. And then this is the baby spinach that I sowed here. So I have a nice little row of that coming along, which is very encouraging, because today at Costco there was 0 spinach. Wegmans had some spinach, and I had to go to ShopRite to get some spinach because of the price difference. Wegmans is just so expensive. So I managed to get some, but it's always scary when there's no spinach. So here I have some more cauliflower that seems to be doing well, and some kale over here, as well as what looks like a bunch of weeds. This is what happens. Here's another lesson for you to learn today. All of this weedy looking tiny little green flowers, that is petunia that sowed its seed while it was here. So I don't think we're ever going to get rid of petunias now. And I love petunias, but you know, they're going to be pretty present next year, I would say, in the garden, whether we want them to or not. What else is growing? Here's some more dazzling blue kale that's doing well. Random lettuces. This is a Henderson's. Only 1 seed took out of hundreds that I sowed. So I'm going to let that do what it does. Over here is some Tom Thumb lettuces that are coming up. And this is a little gem variety of lettuce, so that's doing something. We have green cauliflower and spinach. Oh, look, my spinach. Yay. Oh, my baby spinach. This is the Bloomsdale long-standing variety, and it basically does well in the heat, which means it won't bolt too quickly, but it also is happiest when the temperatures are cool. And it is frost hardy, so if you're looking to plant spinach in zone 6 to 7, we're kind of zone 7 now. The Bloomsdale is a good option, and this is the D'inverno Gigante variety, which is a new variety for us, and that is also known to grow well in cool temperatures. So this is my first year with this variety, and I can tell you that based on the way it looks, I will be growing that again. Over here, there's the radicchio coming up, and I became impatient. Like I said, I had never had radicchio before, and I was worried that it was going to be too peppery. So I bought some while I'm waiting for this to grow and tried it in the salad. And for me, radicchio is equivalent to the Sichuan red radish. John likes the radicchio. I don't, and I like the radish. He hates the radish, and I hate the radicchio. So what else is over here? These are the cabbages, and that is more cauliflower. And oh, before I forget, ooh, I have to stop and see a flower. Yep, there goes that attention deficit that I always talk about that I have. Oh my goodness, look at this beautiful calendula. The cool thing about, I think, calendula, besides the fact that it is cold hardy, it just gets the coolest seeds. And I'll have to show you the big package I have of them in the house, but they really do grow easily. What's going on over here? I brought out some cabbages that I started in the kitchen window, and I brought them out and planted them a little early because I am painting the house. So these guys were in the way, so I thought I'm gonna take a chance bringing them out, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And this is red cabbage, my first time growing cabbages. So I eat raw red cabbage in my salad every day, so they did well germinating in the kitchen window. And yesterday we had a beautiful rain, so I wanted to make sure they got their nitrogen boost, and hopefully they got some phosphorus so we can actually start to produce, you know, its head in there. So when there's a lot of nitrogen,
you'll get a good leafy green, but the vegetable or fruit itself doesn't really form if there's no phosphorus. So let's see how everything fared. Not so bad, not so bad. This was a hard frost out here. Everything did have a coat of ice over it. The grass was all blanketed in what almost looked like snow. I'm gonna pull these green tomatoes in. They held up really, really well. So tomato season is pretty much over. And my shishito actually held up here. So I'll be pulling the rest of these guys in and my nadapenos and trying to salvage the rest of that. So I should not even be out in this garden right now with my decent clothes on because I never fail to get something snagged or dirty. There's a few eggplants that are holding up. Oh my goodness, I always just want to come out here and just get dirty. So I'm just going to take a stroll back and see what's happening with my lettuce for now. I built these two little portable greenhouses that I got from Tractor Supply. They were, I think, $14 a piece or something. And, you know, with the freeze warnings that was coming, I didn't want to risk losing my lettuce. Now, the lettuce is frost hardy, but I didn't want to take any chances, so I'll show you what they look like. Futurely recording here, guys. I had some technical difficulties yesterday and I had a clip that did not record. So I wanted to show you these little greenhouses that I got from Tractor Supply. Yes, it is early in the morning. I am in my pajamas still. Haven't brushed my hair. But I thought you'd want to have a look. At how this works. So basically it unzips at the sides that you saw me opening up here, and it's just a little 4 foot by like 2 foot space. And you can see that the beautiful lettuces, all these different varieties that I've grown in here, which is a combination of green icebergs and romaine lettuces. It stays nice and moist, but it keeps the frost off. And this actually still looks a little frosty on the outside, so you can see it did protect it. These are some that I couldn't fit in. These are all of my flashy butter gem, Forellenschluss. There's some Great Lakes in there, some beautiful Bronze Beauty, Marvel of 4 Seasons, and over here in this one I have all my beautiful reds, which are delicious crunchy Merlot. There's Rouge Diver, Red Sails, New Red Fire, Lunix, Outrageous. I really love the red lettuces, so that's really delicious. Yesterday when the camera failed, I was also talking about this bed over here, which is my brassicas and how well they're doing. And I was talking about, I think I see some broccolis are trying to form down in there. And I was also mentioning, it's so hard to go back and do a video after you've lost content. But for those who eat Brussels sprouts, you may not know that the actual little Brussels sprout grows along the stems. So you see inside of the crotch of the leaf here, down there is a little tiny nub. And that is the formation of the actual Brussels sprout happening. You'll also hear me mention something about cabbage looper worms. Oh, and here's one now. You see how this leaf is all eaten off? Here is the nemesis. This is, when you see those little white butterflies fluttering all around, they're not cute. They're actually the devil. So this worm here will eat everything. So when I was mentioning this, my camera failed and then I went into another clip, so I'm going to allow the original video to resume now. So, cabbage looper larva duty done. I'm going to take a walk through the rest of the garden and
I'm basically today saying goodbye, because I think this is it. I don't know if the garden will be able to recover this freeze. So, you know, luckily I have things to look forward to that are frost hardy, like this beautiful bed of carrots. Every little frilly leafy top you see is a carrot top, and I think I have, I don't know, 15 different varieties in here. These are frost hardy snow peas, so they should be producing something soon. And we'll just continue to grow radishes through the season, and you know, the lettuce will hold up as long as the freezing temperatures will allow it. And other than that, we'll be ripping everything out so slow. It's funny though, something that grows beautifully back here is marigolds, and I grew all of these from seeds. Look how gorgeous. They take a little while to come up, but when they finally do, they just keep giving. And I have so many different colors back here. I really need to rip them out, but I like to wait until the last minute because they're just so gorgeous. And oh look, we have a little bee here. I don't know if he's sleeping or if he just did not survive the frost, but I'll let him be where he is. If this place gave him comfort, then it can stay where it is. Oh no, he's sleeping. He's just sleeping. Sleep, little bee. Oh, these guys are what help pollinate our garden. Still trying to eat. I'm gonna leave him alone.
So today I have to go in and try to clean up a little bit from all of the mayhem that's happening in the house with the painting project, which is absolutely strenuous and it's totally exhausting. So we have that going on. There's still 4 big walls that have to be painted. The kitchen table is in the middle of the floor, and there's shoes everywhere, and there's cans of paint everywhere. Roller sleeves, all kinds of just stuff, sandpaper, spackle. I mean, it's like it's a good excuse to not clean everything else up. So I'm gonna go in and start to get that stuff organized. And then as you can see, behind me is the beast. So leveling a ground like this is no joke when, you know, you're trying to get this ready for a structure. So this continues, and it's just not fun. So we're really working with a weird area, but the announcement with that is the greenhouse is going to be delivered Friday morning. So we were not ready for it. Costco, I will tell you, they delivered on the product much sooner than they said they would. They said at least 3 weeks. So the thing with the ordering, here's an update about ordering the greenhouse from Costco, is that they tell you 3 weeks. Once it starts to pack and ship, they send you a shipping number or tracking number. But that tracking number was for their internal purposes, it seems, from going from the manufacturer to their carrier. So I was unable to track it. But when I called, they said, oh, it's too soon to track it. It's going to take 3 weeks. Well, that was last Wednesday, I want to say. And then yesterday I got the phone call from a carrier in Philadelphia, and they said, it was a different carrier than the tracking number, and they said, we have a delivery from you that we'd like to schedule and we can bring it tomorrow. That was yesterday, and today I'm certainly not ready. So I had to call them back, and we're going to, even though we're not ready, we have to double down Saturday morning, get this space leveled, and then we'll just store the greenhouse in the garage. We are hardcore garage parkers though, so we really don't like to leave our vehicles out in the driveway. But unfortunately, John will park in the driveway. We'll store the greenhouse away and we'll get it ready. So we're going to go ahead and finish up this space, get the structure ready, and really we're pressing on to get that done. You know, we could take our time, but you know, the temperatures are dropping, so we have to be mindful that the silicone will struggle to set properly if the temperatures are too low. So that's what's going on with that, and it's another fun day here in Partyland, as I like to call it. So anyway, guys, stay tuned. I will be, of course, taking video content of the delivery, of the construction, and you know, there will be a whole greenhouse series. And so yeah, so frost is here, you guys. What I really wanted to say about that was get ready for frost if you're new to planting in the fall garden, and maybe you did some fall lettuce or something that might be temperature sensitive. Things like cabbages, broccoli, cauliflower, things like that, they don't break down as quickly. They're considered frost hardy, and your lettuces are mostly considered frost hardy as well. But there's a limit. Last night was almost a hard freeze, so things are going to suffer a little bit. So be ready. If frost is approaching you, keep an eye on your weather forecast now, everyone, and get ready to start to winterize your cold weather crops so that you can enjoy them through the season. And stay tuned for more content. I'll see you in the next